And that's a whole other issue, but they're not here tonight, so we worry about them. However, and so like things that people worry about, we've all had the experience of, did I lock the door? Did I turn off the stove? Did I turn off the iron? Did I leave enough food for a cat, in case 2 rabbits that eat kitchen next to my little girls? And yeah, oh, did I? And maybe we stop, and maybe we go around the block, but it's okay. I'll get on with my day. That's 98% of us. People who have obsessive compulsive disorder, who have a checking compulsion, who have to check, just going on with their day, not an option. Everything stops until they go back and do the lock checking, whatever it is they do. It might be right, left, right, and then pull the handle, go in, double check the stove, whatever it is. Everything stops. That's the difference. Again, how often it happens, how much it distresses you, how much you spend of your mental energy thinking about this stuff. Because this book right here, this is the diagnostic manual for psychology and psychiatry. There's 1,000, or no, there's tens of thousands of diagnoses. And if you read the description for it, any of them, if you just open them up, other than maybe some of the psychotic disorders, you'd say, wow, I kind of do that. That sounds like me. I kind of do that. And the truth, that's because you're human and you do. And that's, we're all in here. It's just a matter of degree and how much is it screwing up your life. Okay. So, one of the first questions people ask me is, I hope I'm not crazy, but I feel crazy. I feel actually stupid. I'm even talking to you about this thing, and I'm here to kind of say, no, you're human. This is what we do. So, enough about that. So, getting into fear. So, what scares us? We were born, assume we were born a normal, healthy baby, with predisposed, it's in our DNA, to be afraid of very few things. Here they are. Loud noises, and if you've been around an infant, you probably know that they didn't need to learn that, and you'll get a startle response out of it. Physical discomfort, pain, we know babies cry over that one. This one, when we get older, that starts to matter. I know it sounds like, why would that be something with some active? There's an evolutionary reason that we have a built-in aversion. If someone looks at us with disgust, we will react. But I think that's going to come a little later than infancy. And then that sense of falling, that, if you kind of feel like you've lost your balance, your arms are going to fly up, your eyes are going to widen. If I were to walk up to Jen and flick my fingers at her eyes, she's going to blink every time. What I mean is, unconditioned, she doesn't need to learn that. No one had to teach Jen that, no one had to teach me this. It's just wired into us. These things are going to scare us. And we're going to respond to it. We don't need to even think about it. And then the thing is, when I give this presentation, someone said, yeah, well, none of my stuff is on that list. And yeah, most of us, that's not what plagues us, are these things. It's everything else. Anything that you're anxious about or afraid of, here's the good news and the bad news as well. Well, hopefully more good than bad. You learned it. You trained up an association. That thing is scary. And I'm going to talk to exactly how this can happen for human beings. But, isn't that amazing? There's so many things that we can worry about as adults and think about it and can make us feel afraid. Where's embarrassment? Where's shame? Where's being rejected? It's not on there. But certainly it's real to us. Right? Okay. How do we become afraid of something? This is this is basic. This is crude. In terms of, odds are you've not had this exact experience, but this is how it works, and hopefully we can make this a little more real world. And I'll give some real world examples. Okay. So, to the average adult, a horse is a neutral stimulus. Now, that's meaning that it has no value to us whatsoever. Now, given we reach a certain age, it's hard for anyone in this room to look at that image and have no response whatsoever. And you've been in contact with a horse, you've read about them, you've seen movies or something, you have some kind of feeling. But odds are you're not, unless you've had a specific negative interaction with a horse, you didn't get that fear response, that activation. You look at that. And so a horse is, for our purposes, neutral. And I searched all over the internet for neutral images, and seriously, this is the best I could. That means neutral. Yeah, we're good. No biggie. We're good. We're all good. So how do we become afraid of something? Basic. Just like the example at the beginning of the presentation. On a horse, which is neutral. Maybe in my case it was positive stimulus. Stepping on negative. I fall off. Ouch. Hurts. There's physical pain. No one taught me that that is painful. It just hurts. My nervous system tells me, it just is. And then I get this one going. Ugh. Scary when I think about, look at this horse, the idea of being on this horse, because this happened. So now, pretty soon, I don't need this to be anywhere nearby, the unconditioned stimulus of pain. All I need is to think about or look at a horse, and there's my fear response. Pretty basic. Any questions about that? Okay. That's one way we can become afraid. Direct experience. Another way, just happens, let's say you're on your other horse and you look like this guy, you have a pair of binoculars, and you saw this happen. And you saw, whoa, you saw that I fell and it looked painful, and you saw me howling and I looked scared. You can get this too. And this horse now becomes conditioned to be an aversive stimulus to you, an aversive object. Okay? Because you saw what happened, and we need to happen to you. Very few animals can do this. We're the only animal that can do this. Only animal alive. Hey, did you hear that John fell off a horse and broke his leg in 2 places? Didn't see it, but you heard about it, and maybe you see me afterwards with my leg all bandaged up, and I tell you about my surgery and all this stuff. Okay, now it's trained up. Horses, whoa, this horse is so scary. The only animal alive that can do that, because we can talk, we have language, symbolic language. And that's why I think we're the only animal that has psychologists. I can't think of any other animal that does. Because this process can really do great things. It can build buildings, it can write beautiful novels, but it can get us so tangled up and freaked out because we can learn to be afraid of something without even touching it. Incredible. Okay. So, 3 ways. Direct experience. 1, other ways you see it. Social learning. 3rd way is you learn about it. Information learning. All right. How do we stay afraid? And maybe in here, is where some hopefully new and useful information is going to come up. It's this. And really it's avoid, avoid, avoid. That's for effect and some humor. But there's thousands of ways we can avoid, or run, and for our purposes, just run away from the thing that scares us. So, and here's how it works. When I've fallen off, I'm scared. You encourage me to get back on it. I'm scared. I say, no. I'm good. Maybe I'll go next time. Yeah, okay, all right. And yeah, maybe I probably feel pretty lousy that I'm not going on this trip, but I don't feel afraid anymore, right? Or at least I feel a lot less. That's why this is so dangerous. It works. It works. Now I'm down back at home in Denver, and we're talking about it. And no, please don't talk about it. I don't even want to think about it. Let's not even go there. Okay? Yeah, it happened. I know it happened. I'm going to belabor it. It's another way around. Okay? And it works because we stop thinking about it, or we do something else, and I feel better. And all I'm teaching myself is this is scary. And how do I know? Because one of 2 things. 1, I haven't fallen off again, so I haven't had a chance to have it disconfirmed. So I'm not in pain. And so it's one of the expression, you can't really prove a negative. Well, it still means something to me. I haven't